So, I come from a polygamous home, and this topic today that I'm going to be talking about hits very close to home, and it's very personal. Not personal in the way that you guys might think, but it's personal because that's my history. That's where I come from. So today we're going to be talking about multiple wives, multiple partners. Should men be just given the permission to go ahead and marry 2, 3, 4 wives and just save them the trouble of having to hide and cheat and do all the things that happen? So today we're going to be highlighting Yul Edochie and his recently revealed brand new wife and child. And we're also going to be highlighting the the other celebrity scandal that's going on in social media. So y'all just hang tight. Mercy, to be precise. All right. Mercy. I honestly don't like talking about these people like they're just objects, because they are human beings. Unfortunately, as celebrities, they get to live their lives just open in front of us. They get to be happy, they get to be sad, they get to have their successes, and they also get to have their failures, and not so in between. Good things happen to them, all in front of the public eye. And I tell you, it cannot be easy on any of them. So we do not highlight these stories to make light of their lives, but we highlight it to bring to light, or to bring to the table, some real conversations that we should be having as a society. While we look at all these people and have so much to say, everybody always has something to say when a celebrity news breaks, or when something comes out that they feel like it's not supposed to be so. But have you ever thought about the fact that these could just be human beings just being humans, period? Okay, let me not start the show before the show starts. Welcome to Dr. OJ Speaks. This is Dr. Oyinka Solajinodo, the med spa professor. Super excited to have you here back on my channel today. If this is your first time, oh my goodness, welcome. Don't forget, subscribe, turn your notifications on, like, share, comment on this video. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I will be right back. But before I hang, or I'm not hanging the cat, but before I go and come back, before I go and come, I just want to let you guys know that today's episode is sponsored by HD Pro Global Beauty Career Institute and Body Med Spa. Make sure you check out their website, hdproglobal.com, for more information on everything they have to offer, like literally everything they have to offer that could benefit your health, your wellness, and most importantly, your pocketbook, your income. So check them out, hdproglobal.com, and thank us later. I'll be right back, guys.
She's old, So many of us got what to say, but we don't have the means, but we can listen, yeah. Things that we sharpen our vision, yeah. Oh yeah. Negativity getting out of the way. By listening to us that we bring life, yeah. Plus it's like the voice of an angel, yeah. Dr. OJ, visionary, extraordinary. That burning like giving joy to the helpless. With it in bringing life to the dream. That's all we are, Ruby, and Sammy, and she's, oh yeah. Transforming one life at a time. With the best voice that you have. Dr. OJ, keep on speaking for us. You're the voice you want to.
Welcome back, guys. So I'm back to talk about this whole issue of polygamy. I come from a polygamous home. I grew up in a household where my dad has, yes, I say has because he's still alive, and both his wives, my mom and my stepmom, they are still very much alive, and all the amazing children from that marriage, or from those marriages, are still in existence. So my brother, and of course my half-siblings, all of us living as one big happy family. But not everybody is so fortunate, and I don't want to tell you this fallacy that it was always rainbows and sunshine in my household. There were so many days, especially while we were still growing up, very young, that we kind of experienced some kind of friction here and there. But I guess over time, as we all grew up, my dad, who used to be a Muslim, became a Christian, and you know, the entire household just kind of merged, and we were just good, and everybody just lived their lives, and you know, the rest is history, as they say. That's my personal background. That's my personal story. And I want to say my dad is one of the fortunate few polygamous men who sort of have it together, you know, kind of have their, for a better word, have their shit together. Sorry to say, excuse my French. But a lot of people are not that fortunate. And when it comes to this issue of polygamy, our society, I mean our African, especially our West African, I don't want to say West African, but because there's Muslims and Christians in a lot of countries that are allowed to actually take on more than one wife. But Yul Edochie is not Muslim. Abi, is he Muslim? I don't know. But you should check Google, ask Google, somebody help me, check, is he Muslim? Oh, well, Yul Edochie, not really worried about his persuasion of faith, came out a few weeks ago about his new wife and kid, and literally his first wife, and all of us at our village people found out on social media. At least that's what we believe, or that's what we know. I mean, I don't know if being the first wife, I don't know how I would have felt if that was a situation I had to find myself in. So let's talk about this issue of polygamy. Should men just be allowed, whether you are a Christian or a Muslim? Because in reality, let's talk true. All men, okay, let me not say all men, I take that back. Most men, even though they're Christians, they're Catholics, they're whatever, they're Muslims, they are married with kids and then they still pursue other interests. They have the thing called the side chick, and they have the other girlfriends, or some of them just have multiple girlfriends over. Maybe every 3 months they're switching them. I don't even know how they do it. But should men be just simply allowed to do as they please, especially when it comes to this relationship thing? Or is it just the fact that men are not genetically monogamous? I feel like, see, that's a topic that I have spoken about in the past, and somebody nearly chewed my head off. And I'm saying this, that I honestly believe that men are not biologically, genetically made to be monogamous. It's just a fact. And the sooner we accept that as a society, I think the better for us, because I mean, expecting a man to live against his very nature, I think it's unrealistic. Now, do I want to be in a polygamous relationship myself? No. However, I am not living in la la land thinking that men are, you know, a man likes me, he loves me, and he's only going to have eyes for me all of his life. Like, that's unrealistic. I'm sorry. Like, even the Pope, even, except for Jesus Christ, as far as I know, most men, you know, they have the desire to be with one woman, they have the desire to like another woman, they have the desire to be committed to one woman, or maybe not committed to other women, well, whatever. But the question I'm putting on the table today is, are men biologically, genetically monogamous, or just by nature, being the hunters that they're made to be, are they just polygamous? And we as a society are forcing them into the box that we want them to be in, and we're ending up with all of these scandals left, right, and center. Just a thought. Let me know what you think. Alright, so that's Yul Edochie's story, and then Mercy Aigbe's story as well. Similar but not so similar, because one is male and one is female. So apparently Mercy Aigbe married to this guy who's the boss of media or production company. And apparently he has another family here in the US, and she's the wife holding down the fort in Nigeria. So my thing with that situation is this: you have a husband, and a husband has a wife. Well, you both, I don't know if it was a unanimous decision or it was just a one-sided decision. The wife is across the Atlantic Ocean, and the husband is across the other side of the Atlantic Ocean in another continent. It's unrealistic to expect that that man is not going to find something to not only keep himself company, but even want to build something solid, especially if he is family-centered. So I'm not placing judgment. This is not Dr. OJ saying right side, wrong side. There's no right or wrong. They need to sort their problems out between themselves. That's a family issue. Ain't nobody gonna put anything on them that they're not putting on themselves. However, my opinion and thought is this: I'm not saying that whoever married her, or she's supposed to be married to this guy, she's living in the house where the wife proposes that she built and it was her money, and the husband is saying it's both their money and he paid her back, blah, 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 blah. Nobody ever knows what goes down between husband and wife, okay? Nobody ever between a husband and a wife. So it's really hard for us to know who's telling the truth. But the reality is, I'm just thinking, look, if you're in the US and your husband is in Nigeria, how in the world do you expect him not to end up with some side chick, many side chicks? And the guy is even like trying to say, I don't want to keep side chick, I just want to marry a wife that will be in the house with me, somebody that at least I know that I'm there, you know, we sleep every day, we wake up together every day. I'm not giving the guy a pass, so don't say Dr. Ojo said it's right though, but I'm just saying, let's think about it with the right side of our brain and then keep the conversation going, okay? So what are your thoughts? Polygamy, monogamy, men, are they unanimously polygamous or are they unanimously combination-wise monogamous and polygamous? I will be right back with the second half of this episode. Monogamous, is giving me a headache. I'll be right back, guys. My name is Dr. Oyikosola Jinadu. I'm a beauty professional, med spa operator, franchise owner, and director of education at HD Pro Global Beauty Institute and Body Med Spa. As a mother of 3 boys and immigrant business owner, it is important for me to have a steady and sustainable source of income that transcends economic, government, or public health uncertainties and instability like the global pandemic we are still recovering from. That is why HD Pro Global has created multiple systems that allows my team and I to train, educate, certify, and establish independent med spa operators like us all over the globe. For more information, check out our website to attend a free webinar to get started on your path to continued success, no matter what is going on in your part of the world. I cannot wait to meet you. Thank you. Welcome back. So while we're on the subject of polygamy and monogamy, let's take another trajectory. Let's pivot a little bit to the right or to the left, whichever way you want to say it. Open marriages. So could the solution be having open marriages? Could it just be if people get married, this thing that we call it marriage? I don't even know if people understand what the concept of marriage is anymore, because a lot of it just seems like a joke these days. I'm sorry to say. I'm divorced, so just excuse me, like that's just how I feel about it. Do I want to get married again? Yes, of course I do, but at the end of the day, I look at it like a lot of the things that I see around me just seems like a joke. A lot of laughable relationships, but nobody's judging. Like I said, this is a no judgment zone. It's just a free speech. Let's have real conversations. Let's hit the nail on the head and talk it as it be and keep it moving. We will not die there. All right, so open marriages. A lot of couples have experimented on that. Let me see. I'm going to kind of go back to a couple that we highlighted a couple of weeks ago. Will and Jada. I think that was the time they said they were doing an open marriage, but then when the entanglement thing came in, it seemed like the open marriage did not seem to be favoring both of them, or maybe it did, I don't know. But at the end of the day, open marriages, will that be the solution to this issue of polygamy and monogamy? If everybody just goes into the situation saying, look, I promise to cherish and love you till death do us part. However, if there be such a time as I desire to step out and desire another man or another woman, I also do to let you know that might come up. Maybe that should be a better way for most people to take their vows. What do you guys think? Okay, don't quote me, please don't quote me, please. I'm a Christian woman and I definitely love the essence of family and marriage values and things like that. But when we think about the world we live in, come on, would that just be an option? Or what do you guys think about open marriages? You know, when the husband and the wife agree on when it's okay for them, or maybe somebody just decides they want to step out and there's an agreement in place that secures them within that marriage and without the marriage as well. Within and without, okay, inside and out, okay. Y'all get my drift. You know what I'm talking about, so let me not go too far, okay? So guys, that's it for me today. I just want to talk about this relationship, this marriage thing, as far as monogamous, polygamous, entanglement, open marriages, open relationships. Personally, I subscribe to the kind of marriage that God really ordained, which is a man and a woman joined together in holy matrimony until domestic violence or several other situations, otherwise known as irreconcilable differences, does them apart. It's true now. You will be thinking that I'm just making things up. I'm not. It's true. is. But those are my thoughts on marriage, polygamy, monogamy. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on polygamy or monogamy. What do you think? What's your own take? And what are your thoughts on all the messy things that we hear every day on social media about our loved and dearly beloved celebrities? Alright guys, this has been me this week, Dr. OJ, the Med Spa Professor. I will be back next week, but do me a solid. Make sure you subscribe, you turn your notification on, and tune in to me on Wednesday. Yes. Wednesday lives coming through every Wednesday on this channel. So tune in for our live broadcast every Wednesday. If you want to advertise your product and services, send us a DM, an email, which is in the description of the video on our channel, to let us know, and we will love to have you as a guest to highlight your products and services and help you advertise on 7 social media platforms. Like on Wednesday nights, we become omnipresent. We show up on every social media platform, and you will also be showing up on those platforms if you choose to work with us to help advertise your goods on Wednesday lives with Dr. OJ, the Med Spa Professor. Until next time, peace out, y'all. Peace out, y'all. Peace out.